Hey there, this is the coolest Easter egg I found. Hey, wonder what's inside. A donkey? What does that have to do with Easter? Well, I'll tell you. Jesus rode into Jerusalem on a donkey. And this actually fulfilled a prophecy back in Zechariah. The prophecy said, "Rejoice greatly, O daughter of Zion. Shout, daughter of Jerusalem. See, your king comes to you, righteous and having salvation, gentle and riding on a donkey." Cool. That prophecy said that Jesus would ride into Jerusalem on a donkey. Hey there, I found the coolest Easter egg. Hey, I wonder what's inside. Money, silver. Let's see what's on here. Caesar, 30 pieces of silver? What does that have to do with Easter? Well, let me tell you. During Passion Week, Judas betrayed Jesus for 30 pieces of silver. The Jewish leaders did not believe Jesus. They wanted him to die. Hello, I found the coolest Easter egg. Hey, let's see what's inside. A cup? What does that have to do with Easter? In an upper room, Jesus prepared both himself and his disciples for his death. He gave the Passover meal a new meaning. The loaf of bread and cup of wine represented his body soon to be sacrificed and his blood soon to be shed. And so he instituted the Lord's Supper. After singing a hymn, they went to the Garden of Gethsemane, where Jesus prayed in agony, knowing what lay ahead of him. Hey there, I found the coolest Easter egg. Let's see what's inside. Praying hands? What does that have to do with Easter? Well, Jesus went to the Garden of Gethsemane where he prayed in agony, knowing what lay ahead of him. He prayed so hard that he had drops of blood coming out of his forehead. I found the coolest Easter egg. Wonder what's inside. A whip. What does a whip have to do with Easter? Well, Jesus was betrayed, arrested. He had false trials. There were denials, condemnations, beatings, and mockery. And all in the Passion Week. Check out this Easter egg. Yikes. A crown of thorns. What does that have to do with Easter? Well, just look at this picture. They put a crown of thorns on his head, pushed it down until it bled into his head, mocking him, saying, "Hail, King of the Jews." Hey, check out this Easter egg. Wonder what's inside. Nails, spikes. Wonder what that has to do with Easter. Well, if you check out his arms or hands, he was nailed to the cross. He wasn't coming down off that wood without being dead. Hey, check out this Easter egg. I wonder what's inside. Dice? What does that have to do with Easter? Well, Jesus was wearing clothing. When they put him on the cross, they took off his clothing, and they didn't want to divide his clothing amongst the soldiers. So, what they did was they gambled for his clothing. Hey, check out this Easter egg. Wonder what's inside. The head of a spear. Wonder what that has to do with Passion Week. Well, what they did is they took the spear. They wanted to make sure Jesus was dead, and they pierced his side. Hey, check out this Easter egg. I wonder what's inside. A rock, a stone. What does that have to do with Easter? Well, when they put Jesus' body in the tomb, they rolled a big stone or rock in front of the tomb. It took several men to even move it there. It wasn't going anywhere. Hey, check out this Easter egg. I wonder what's inside. Cloth, linen. What does that have to do with Easter? Well, when they took Jesus' body down off of the cross, they wrapped his body in linen and put him in a tomb. Hey, check out this Easter egg. I wonder what's inside. Nothing. What does that have to do with Easter? Early in the morning, women went to the tomb and found that the stone closing the tomb's entrance had been rolled back. An angel told them Jesus was alive and gave them a message. Jesus appeared to Mary Magdalene in the garden, to Peter, to 2 disciples on the road to Damascus, and later that day to all the disciples but Thomas. His resurrection was established as a fact.